Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is RJ. So today we're dropping back in on Rollercoin and we're going to be discussing some of the recent updates that you might have missed, so keep watching. Okay, and welcome to another video. And remember, if this is your first time visiting my channel and you want to learn more about how to earn cryptocurrency for free, about cloud mining sites, crypto investments and lots of other crypto related stuff, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to tag that notification bell so you're alerted to all my latest content as it comes online. Okay, so as you can see, we are here in my Rollercoin account and it's been about 2 weeks since the last time that we were here. And 2 weeks ago, we had 192.14 as a bonus. You can now see we're up to 193.39. And we had 81.528 petahashes. We are now up to 88. So that's like a jump of nearly 9 or yeah, getting close to 8 petahashes in that short period of time. We were also in 108th position. We're at about 91st now, so we've jumped a few places as well, so obviously that's all good. The boost in power has simply come from recently purchasing some of the limited miners that were on the weekly offers, which we will be getting back to, because I have a bit of a confusion or a thing about what is going on. I didn't actually purchase the Ethereum miner because I felt that I mean, it gave you nearly a petahash, which it was like 825,000 terahash, I believe, which is cool. The power is great. But for 249 RLT, it was only giving you 1.5 bonus, which I personally didn't think was enough for the price of the miner. So I just did not bother buying it. I might well regret that somewhere down the line, but I didn't buy it. But I did buy some of the recent 8-bit miners. So if we drop in here, they're a bit dotted all over the place. So we've got one here. That gave you, I keep forgetting this. So if we just get this thing with the ad blocker, I always forget that. So if we drop back in here and we go here, go info. So that one gave you 330,000. I think it was terahashes, but it says gigahashes. I can't remember. In fact, actually, let's just drop in here because I think it's in here. Yeah, here we go. So, it was gigahashes. So yeah, so I got this one, and this one, and you can see there is still quite a few left. Now we're going to be coming back to talking about these because as we go through the update, there's a reference to how bonuses are being applied to miners going forward. But I personally think that Rollercoin have jumped the gun on this. So, like I say, we'll be coming back to this in a bit. Okay, so obviously, a lot of you might well have heard this, these updates. Like I say, I'm just going through them because I didn't get to do them when they were first released, which was a few days back, basically because of not being around. But anyway, so one of the big changes coming in the very near future is going to be to crafting. Now, one of the great things is that the crafting at the moment, so if we dive in here, so simply put, that if you have more than one miner of the same type and you have enough of the spare parts, which you can find in here, well, actually they're coming back to here. They're currently not in there, but this is sort of what the spare parts look like. They will be returning to here, and as far as I know, they're being removed as airdrops from the games, which I think, I don't know, I think personally they could do it both ways. I think they could bring back the shop, because you basically have to purchase them from here. But then for those people with the lower accounts that are using the games to build power, I still think that they should be getting airdrops as well of the parts, because that then gives them the opportunity, if they can't afford to buy them from the shop, it gives them the opportunity with a bit of patience and a bit of work to get those parts so they can craft their miners and upgrade them. So anyway, like I said, basically the way crafting works is that if you have more than one miner of any particular type and you have all the parts are just here as well in my inventory. I don't know why I forgot that, but yeah, so they're the parts I have. You can basically, what you can do is then craft a miner. So we could just click on that and then it would say craft a miner, and it will tell you here exactly what is required for that miner. So you got that amount of fans, that amount of wire, and that amount of hashing boards. So you need, or he says, well, it's the number on the right. So you'd need 14 fans, 5 common wire, and 2 hashing boards. Obviously, the left number is what I have in my account. And then you can simply click craft miner, and then it will turn into what is known as a 1-star miner. But for those of you that don't know, do not do this. Do not do this anymore until the new updates come in. And again, we'll be talking about why this is and why, basically, in my opinion, Rollercoin have sort of, in a roundabout way, screwed people over that have actually crafted their miners to the current point. And for those, and obviously if you haven't caught the update, this might well be news to you. So like I say, don't craft any more miners until the new update comes in. Now the great thing with the new update is, currently with crafting, there's only certain miners that you can craft. There's only certain miners that you can upgrade by crafting. Now the new update is stating that all miners, although they do say with the exception of 1 or 2, or with the exception of a few, you should be able to craft all miners. So what I'm hoping is that even some of these ones that we've got out of the loot boxes and stuff like that can be crafted. So things like these ones, we got them. These one, I got these ones out of the. No, I got them from the weekly offers, so they look like they can be crafted. But obviously, we have the ones that, like I say, that you get from the loot boxes, and like if we dive back here, so like this one, like the jelly one, the various other ones that we got from the loot boxes, the Christmas ones, all that kind of stuff. I'm hoping those will be able to be crafted as well. But don't worry, I did promise that all the ones that I've gained, that I have duplicates of, I will be still giving away, or not giving away, but putting on the markets at very low prices during that live stream that I do when the market comes about, which again we will be talking about in a very short while. But anyway, with the crafting, the other thing that is going to change, which you can see right here, is that they are no longer going to be using the star system. Now, currently we have we can take a miner from 1 star all the way up to a 5-star miner, but that is being changed. So basically, what you're going to have, as you can see here with the parts, you're going to have common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary, and then the miners themselves can actually be taken as far as what they're classing as unreal. From what I'm gathered, it's going to be massive. So in that sense, this update is going to be really good, because one, we should be able to basically craft more miners. So right now, obviously, we can craft some of them, the ones that are in the sort of crafting section, but soon more will be added, which, like I say, I'm hoping will be a lot of these ones coming out of the loot boxes. Because if you do the loot boxes, it is, for me, a really good way of, one, helping you through the season pass, two, getting a hold of some relatively cheap miners, and three, the great thing is even after the loot box stops, you've still got the miners. So that means you've still got the power and stuff like that. So if you have the ability to use the mining loot boxes, or the loot boxes that contain miners, I do think it's a good investment. But obviously not everybody can. But like I say, going forward with the emergence of the marketplace, a lot of these miners are going to end up on there. So you guys that can't afford, 25 RLT or what some of the loot boxes cost, you hopefully will be able to get some of these miners from me in my live feed on that marketplace. Okay, so now this is the next thing that I'm going to be talking about is this is what I'm referring to with these most recent miners that I've just purchased from the weekly offers. Now it says here in the upgrade, so obviously we know now that we can hopefully craft a lot more miners. We know the different levels. Now we've got uncommon, common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary, and unreal. So the next part of this update is they're basically saying that future miners will be released with 0 bonus power. Then they go on to say this will appear with the new crafting levels. The new crafting levels have not yet appeared, right? They've not yet appeared, but if we go into collections, we go here, basic. So these are the miners I've just bought. These 3 miners, look at the bonus, 0. So they've already put these miners out at these exclusive miners out at 0 bonus, and the crafting levels or the new crafting has not yet appeared. So for me, they've jumped the gun on this, and they've basically done us over in the sense of that we've purchased these miners and we're getting 0 bonus for that. I mean, yes, we're getting the power, so that's good. It helps us earn more and stuff like that. But obviously the bonus power then essentially should give us more power, because that's the point of it. But they're saying, but they're not giving it on these. But like I say, in the statement for the updates, they're saying that 0 bonus power will only come with the new crafting levels, but yet the new crafting levels are not here, and they're still putting out miners with 0 bonus. So just be careful if you're looking to purchase miners from these weekly offers. Any of these new ones, you're probably going to be getting 0 bonus with it. So you've got to have to weigh it up. Basically, I'm kind of looking at it now that what I should have done was bought the Ethereum miner, because that at least gave me 1.5 bonus. But I didn't, because I didn't think that it was worth it. But then I've bought these, admittedly at a lot lower price, but I've got 0 bonus with them. So, like I say, it's one of these sort of, I don't know. But anyway, I think our Rollercoin have definitely jumped the gun on this. Now, the other thing I was referring to about saying don't craft any more miners is the next thing, and this is something that I really do think, I do think with this, that RC essentially, Rollercoin has essentially screwed us over, because, like I say, we should really have bonuses on this. But the next thing is definitely Rollercoin have screwed us over. Because what they're saying is once the new crafting levels are introduced, so the uncommon, common, blah blah blah, is all introduced, and the new way of sort of crafting miners is introduced, the 1-star miners that we all hold cannot be upgraded any further. So they're saying here, all existing 1-star miners will become what is known as legacy miners, unique mining machines which can't be crafted anymore a memorable and powerful trophy of the good old days of Rollercoin. So they're trying to romanticize this whole thing that they're basically, that, you know, a lot of people, myself included, have spent RLT and used up all our, our parts and stuff like that. Crafting miners, yeah, just like these ones, which I've done. And all of these will not be able to upgrade it any further. So the annoying thing is if we hadn't upgraded any of these, right, we could upgrade them to Unreal because we hadn't already made them 1-star miners. But for those of us that, you know, believe that Rollercoin were essentially just going to follow this 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star way of mining, or way of upgrading our miners, we already jumped straight in, feet first, with upgrading. But for those people that have not, or maybe come in later or something like that, and then they've not upgraded any of their miners at the moment, even if they've got Santa Slays, they've got Jacko miners, all that kind of stuff, they will be able to, you know, craft their miners right up to Unreal level, whereas we cannot. And the thing is yes, I do have some. If we go in here, I've got plenty of the gold ones. I've got some of the El Monstros. But my Santa Slay miners I upgraded. I didn't actually. I only actually meant to upgrade 2 of them because I don't think I've got one here. Definitely got one there. Not got one there, and I've not got one there. So yeah, so I've ended up upgrading all of my Santa Slay miners. But obviously, I have all my Clover Lover miners and my Jacko miners. I haven't upgraded any of those. My Doge miners. So all of those I will be able to push up to Unreal level. I mean, the thing is if Rollercoin say, okay, right, you can get them on the new level system up to uncommon, and then in the next season you can then be able to boost it up to rare. Then the next season it's going to boost it up to epic, or the next season they're going to boost it up to legendary. Are we going to trust that? Because obviously when this all started, they're saying, yeah, this season you could boost it up to level 1. This is how it started. And then next season, we'll give you the ability to boost those miners up to star level 2. Well, star level 2 never emerged. And then they've scrapped that. And now we've got this whole new way of crafting. So for me, unless they just say, right, straight from the bat, okay, you can craft your miners right from common up to Unreal without any sort of stopping and starting, without waiting for anything, then if they do that, then brilliant. Because obviously, you know, it's going to be worth buying the parts, and it's going to be worth, you know, pushing for those higher crafting levels. It's going to be worth doing. But like I say, if they stagger it like the star system, well, how do we know that, you know, 6 months or, you know, a few months down the line they're not going to go, well, actually we've decided to scrap the second version of crafting, and now we've come up with a third version of crafting. And all the ones that you crafted in the second version that you might have got up to, say, uncommon, well, that's they're going to be legacy miners now. You know, they're going to be legacy miners, but then, you know, any of the ones that you haven't crafted, you can then use on the new crafting. That's the only thing with this is it's sort of, like I say, for those people that have crafted, we've sort of been a bit screwed over because we can't take those miners any further. Yes, they're higher than they originally were, but they're not. We can't take them to legendary or Unreal level. They're stuck there. But but the thing is, though, I don't really see the difference of the star system and the fact that they've just named these things. You know, why could they have not just left it as the star system? Because you've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6 levels now. So surely all they had to do was add an extra star to the miners. You know, the little graphics that have got a star. They could have just added an extra one. You know, and then we could have just then moved forward. Whereas they've come up with this whole. Well, it's not a whole new system, is it? It's the exact same system, but they've just called, rather than stars, they've just given them names. But, you know, sort of, I don't know. I just think that they could have just left it as it was, and then everybody could have just carried on as they were. So, anyway, it says here, why is the new merge upgrade going to be so good? More opportunities for crafting and raising your mining empire as fast as ever before, which, again, we could have done. We still could have done that if with the original system, and then it says, you know, because again, you know, just because they're adding new miners, you know, like so that they're allowing us to craft more miners. Again, that is just a bit of coding. They could have just added that into the star system, and we still could have done that. And then. So a good way to optimize your room space and more places available for mining machines. Again, it's the same thing. It's exactly the same thing, but they've just, like I say, they've just named the levels rather than giving them stars. I mean, I personally don't think it was that difficult to understand. You know, 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star meant if you got a 5 stars, you're at level 5. I mean, it's not difficult, is it? So why did they have to go down this route? And even if they did go, well, they are going this route. Why? I still don't understand why it affects all the miners that are currently running, currently at level 1, unless you look at it in the sense of that. They just didn't want, you know, they didn't want people, for some weird reason, to be allowed to upgrade all those miners. Maybe, I mean, I guess if you look at if you look at their platform, obviously they can look at how many people have upgraded their miners to level 1. So let's say, because we're over 1 million, aren't we? Let's say, because I think we hit 2 million, didn't we? So let's say 1 million people upgraded one miner to level 1. Yeah, that means that then by bringing in this new system and then basically halting any more upgrading on the original miners, they've just stopped the upgrading of 1 million miners. And I'm sure it's actually probably a lot higher than that. So, I mean, that's the only thing I can see. I don't really see what they're gaining in any other way by doing this. Because, I mean, surely, you know, the star system was simpler. But obviously, I guess naming the things, you could say, well, it's a little bit cooler. But it achieves the same thing. So I don't really understand why they've had to do it. Apart from, like I say, is if they just wanted to halt the progress of all those miners. You know, I guess, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, is that some sort of cap? So people that have got really big accounts, essentially, you know, cannot, you know, they cannot push forward as fast. So therefore, trying to bring everything sort of a bit closer to the lower accounts. I don't know. So give us your thoughts, guys. I mean, you know, I personally think that this new system is exactly the same as the old system, apart from rather than having the stars, they're naming the levels. And I can't see the real reason behind it, apart from possibly to halt the progress of larger accounts when it comes to the crafting. I don't know. Like I say, if you got any thoughts, stick them in the post below this video. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so we're still on the crafting, but this got brought up in my Discord, and people were referring to. So basically, Rollercoin said that each upgrade will require parts of the same level and an RLT fee. And then basically in Discord, this kind of got mentioned, this RLT. But I'm absolutely positive, and I don't know if anyone can back me up on this. It would be great if you can, because either that or I'm just imagining things. But I'm absolutely positive when we could originally buy parts from the parts shop, that when you crafted a miner or up to level 1, there was an RLT fee on it anyway. So, I mean, a lot of people, I mean, there isn't now. That is something, there isn't an RLT fee now. But originally, like I say, when you could buy the parts from the shop, there was an RLT fee. So a lot of people were, sort of saying, oh, well, why have Rollercoin have got to stop charging us for this and stuff like that. But like I say, there isn't a fee now, but I'm absolutely positive that in the beginning there was a fee. It wasn't a lot. Well, saying that, it depended. It depended on what miner you were upgrading, because some miners, the RLT fee was as low as something like 1.7 or something like 1.5 RLT. But the higher miners were as much as something like 10 RLT or 14 RLT to upgrade them. And that's another reason why now being told that the ones we have upgraded, and I'm positive I paid for those upgrades, we can't upgrade any further. So because I'm absolutely positive that there was a fee. So I feel that I've spent RLT on something that I would have better off waiting to then, so I can upgrade those miners to up to the higher levels in the new version of the crafting. So it says here, and this is what I alluded to earlier, it says, so besides that, parts will no longer be obtainable as drops from the games, which I think is completely wrong. But players will get a new way to receive them in our season store. So this is another thing. They're going to have a regular store, but then they're going to have a season store. So are they just making this a little bit more, more complicated than it needs to be? It's starting to get back to this thing where, lower accounts are being penalized. I mean, like I say, if you're a lower account and at the moment, the way you earn your power is through games, well, I think, you should be rewarded with airdrops, because you guys are working way harder than I am. I mean, don't get me wrong, I spent over a year playing games and reinvesting everything I earned into miners, and that is why my account is what it is now. But right now, because I've got my account up to that level, I don't have to play the games anymore. The only times I ever do is in the season to try and get my season pass level down to that 200 RLT that I always talk about. But that's the only time I play the games. You guys are playing them all the time to try and boost your account, just like I did. And I wish back then I was getting airdrops, that I could save up and then sort of look to, craft, boosting, the miners I had at the time, knowing that was pushing up my account as well. So that then incentivizes you to play more games because you're getting the airdrops, which then allows you to boost those miners. But with that being taken away, I personally just think it is smaller accounts being penalized. And then, like I say, with this season store, which I think, I could be wrong, but I think that you will not be able to access it unless you have upgraded to at least the paid season pass. I just don't think it's right. I personally don't think it's right. Give us your views. Put in a post below this video. And, go and lobby Rollercoin. Like I say, I don't think it's right. I think that you guys with the lower account should be getting as much help as possible to, because it pushes Rollercoin forward as well. It pushes their platform to greater heights. So I never understand why platforms sort of do this. Well, I do understand why they do this. I do understand why they do it. But I still don't think it's right. So like I say, if you feel strong enough, go on bang it on their Facebook. Go on put on that you don't feel it's right. And I'm sure if enough people say it, because Rollercoin have backtracked before. If enough people come out and say that is bang out of order, they will backtrack. Admittedly, when they have backtracked, they've gone, okay, yeah, we've rolled that back, and then they've come out with something else that in some cases has actually penalized you guys even more. So it's sort of like, do you want to do it or do you not want to do it? At the end of the day, it's up to you, but I personally think it's wrong. So anyway, the season store. So here we go. This is an explanation. So there will be a new special season store open during every season. Here, players can get unique seasonal items, loot boxes, and much more. But I'm wondering if it's only going to be open to people. So it says, but in the difference from the main store. So like I say, we're going to have two stores. What is the point? You might ask. He says, what is the difference? You might ask. This shop will accept new season token only. So this is another thing that, man, they are making this game so complicated. So basically, RLT is, let's just read this. So roller season coin. So it says, what is really unexpected? There will be a new special coin, roller season coin, RSC. This new coin cannot be bought for crypto. So you can't do what you could do with RLT. You can't exchange your crypto for RSC, so roller season coin. So it says here, it can only be received as a reward in season pass. So again, like I said, this is going to have something to do with you guys essentially being forced to try and upgrade your passes, because I think they're seeing the trend that more and more people are not upgrading. They're using the free passes, and I just think that, I just think it's unnecessary. So basically, you're going to get it. You're basically going to get it for doing your daily and weekly quests, and mined just like every other coin. So you'll be able to mine the season pass coin. But if you're already mining RLT, are you going to want to mine RSC? And will RSC replace RLT when it comes to purchasing miners? I don't think it will. The only point, because it's only meant to be used in the season pass store. But so you're then being divided. So you kind of like, because at the moment I mine BTC and RLT. I only mine RLT by 20%, and I have 80% on BTC. But then, say for instance, like I was saying, I don't do the games, so I'm not going to be getting RSC as a reward through the games. So that means that essentially I'm going to be forced to mine BTC, RLT, and RSC if I want to go buy stuff from the season store. So use these coins to make purchases in our season store, which is the best place to get parts for crafting, limited miners, themed room skins, minor art contest case. So in other words, the current listing of loot boxes, that is probably going to be put on hold during all season. So you might possibly still have the RLT, the 5 RLT 1000 box, but any of the new miners that I was just talking about, saying, they're going to be, hopefully they will be able to be crafted as well. They're going to be put into the season store. So, again, I don't know. It's I kind of, in one way I'm thinking it's not good. Like I say, it's annoying because, like I say, I just think they're making the game far too complicated. But at the same time, you kind of think, well, if there's some really cool stuff in that store, it might well be worth sort of getting hold of some of this RSC. I mean, the good thing is if they're stopping the airdrops for parts in the games, but they're airdropping RSC, meaning the lower account people can get into the store and purchase stuff. Great, but if you can only purchase stuff if your season pass is upgraded, then that's no, because again, that is just penalizing people with lower accounts, and I don't like that. Okay, so daily and weekly tasks. So this is a new thing, new way to get rewards. Meet a completely new way to get the new season token and RLT. So there will be different types of tasks which will be updated daily and weekly to make sure every player can complete favorite tasks and skip ones they don't like. These tasks will stay in the game permanently, so players can complete them to get rewards even out of season. So that is good. I like that. I like the idea of that. I mean, there's no end of games we play. So you've got what have you got? You got crypto mining game. We have quests and tasks in that. The new space bit. We have quests and tasks in that. Lava faucet. You have a task wall. No end of these games we use have this idea, and I like it. I do like it. So this particular thing I like, but again, we're gonna have to wait and see how it all unfolds and what is required. I mean, if it's good enough, I might actually come back to doing the games or doing tasks, because we don't know what the tasks are. At the end of the day, we have to see. And these weekly quests, is it going to be just completing games? It might be. And like I say, if it is, then I might well start playing again. Because at the end of the day, if it's easy enough, I think we're almost going to be, you're going to have to play because everybody else is going to be playing. And as we know, with the leaderboard, the higher you are on the leaderboard, the more more rewards or more coins you earn, because you get, it's like that profit ladder. So the higher you are up, the bigger percentage you get of the whatever coins you're mining. And then if you start slipping down, that amount of coins you're earning gets less and less and less. So obviously, and this is why I've said in the past, with this program, when people come into this program and just purchase, spend, thousands of dollars on buying 4 or 5 miners or whatever it is, 6 or 7 miners, and then do nothing else. That is why after a while their accounts just end up doing nothing. And then they kick off because they're saying that Rollercoin is a scam and all this. It's because it's not how Rollercoin works. You've got to keep high on that ladder. The higher you are on that ladder, like I say, the bigger slice of the pie you get. But if you do nothing, everybody else that is working on their accounts, everybody else that is upgrading their accounts and boosting their accounts, they're gradually going past you. So that means you're sliding down. That means how much you earn gets less and less and less. So like I say, if it's just a case of playing games, I'm not going to be playing as probably, out of season. I wouldn't be playing as much as I would in season, but I'd still be playing. Just to keep my account, in that top 100, which is, like I've said, I don't care about being top 10 or number 1. Top 100, my account earns me plenty. So at the end of the day, I just want to I'm happy to stay in that area. Okay, so, and like I say, the fact that they're going to leave them in there even when the seasons are not on, that means we can always be doing it. So that's cool. Okay, so marketplace. This is a massive talking point, and it's been a massive talking point for I don't know how many months. I feel like every video for about the last 6 months I've been saying, I will be doing a live feed. I will be doing a live stream, and I will be giving away these miners. I mean, when I first talked about it, I think I had about 5 miners in there. I've got I've got minus 20. I've got 58 miners in there now, because obviously 20 is the racks that I bought for you guys to also give away in that live feed. So like I say, when I started, I think I had about 5 or maybe 10 miners. I've now got 58 miners, I believe that is. Yeah, so that's how long we've been waiting. So anyway, he says, let's start with the good news. The first public beta of the marketplace will be released in the next major update. Well, when will that be? I mean, what do they class as a major update? Is that going to be the crafting, or is that going to be something else? So this version of the marketplace will allow trading of most of the game items, such as miners, racks, and parts. For now, all trading will be done in RLT only, which will allow us to test the whole system out and make sure everything runs smoothly before adding other coins. Personally, I'm quite happy with RLT. So also a 5% commission will be charged to the seller upon each sale. So for months and months and months, I could name names. I'm not going to name names. A lot of people have sent me very, hurtful or mean and nasty posts on my videos for Rollercoin, basically saying that the marketplace will never ever come about. Because if they do, and I've even seen this on Facebook, if they do, that Rollercoin will completely collapse, and that's why that they've delayed it so long. But every other game or program we use has a marketplace pretty much. And all they do is charge a fee. Contract Miner has one, and they charge a fee. CMG have one. Spacebit have one. There's all these places that have one. So why, with all these programs that have marketplace, why is it that Rollercoin is just going to collapse if they open a marketplace? I never understood that. Because they were obviously always going to charge a fee. They were always going to charge a fee. So for them, a marketplace is brilliant because they're earning coins and they're not even doing anything. Okay, they have to monitor it. They've got to create it and stuff like that. But essentially, it's money for old rope. They've essentially given us the platform to trade, sell, and whatever, and they're just reaping the rewards. So, why would they not put a marketplace on there? Admittedly, there's been huge delays, which has been very annoying. But let's hope it does turn up pretty soon. So what I would say to people with low accounts is just hold fire. Don't purchase anything from the marketplace when it first opens, because normally the prices are ridiculously high. But then because of competition, like I say, people then start slashing their prices because they're realizing that they're not selling now because someone's put the same miner on there for a lower price. So they would then edit their price and put that on as a lower price, and then a lower price and a lower price. And if you wait long enough, you'll find that the prices do come down unless they put some sort of cap on it. So they might put a cap that a miner cannot be sold for any higher than a certain price or any lower than a certain price. So we'll just have to wait. Okay, so we believe that the release of the marketplace and the new crafting update will become a complete game changer. They have said that at least 3 times now, for the whole Rollercoin economy and every single player. More ways to increase your RLT income by completing daily and weekly tasks, which, like I say, I think that's great. More opportunities to get parts and upgrade your mining machines. You will be able to buy parts on both marketplace and them using the season pass, season token in the season store. Our main goal. Excuse me. Our main goal is giving players more ways to get Rollercoin tokens or roller tokens. Okay, so we decided to shift focus from RLT mining to getting it as a reward for daily and weekly tasks. So does that mean they're actually going to remove RLT as a mining option? I don't think they will, because they're saying that RSC will be able to be mined as well. So I'm guessing that, it will be able to be mined. But yeah, I remember they said that the block reward for RLT is going to be dropped. So essentially, like if we click on here and go into RLT, you can see that I'm earning 1,344,000 blah 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 RLT. So at the moment, and the block in each block is 30. So that's what they're gonna drop. So it will no longer be 30. It could go to 20. It could go to but it could go to 15 as well. They could slash that by 50%, and that could be 15. So again, we'll just have to see. I'm not overly enamored by that, but at the same time, I also understand it. It's like what I was talking about the other day in crypto mining game and SpaceBit, that essentially the point of the big point for these platforms is to keep us on the platform as long as possible, because obviously they earn a lot of their revenue through ads. And if we're not on the platform, we're not seeing the ads. The ads are not playing, therefore they're not making money. So by doing this and by bringing in the daily and weekly tasks means that we have to spend more time on the platform because we're doing the daily, weekly tasks. Therefore, more adverts get played. Therefore, they make more money. So that is probably what it comes down to. Okay, so like I say, block rewards going to be changed and dropped on RLT. So season 6, the Magical Carnival. Now this sounds interesting. I'm guessing it's probably going to have a similar guise to all the other seasons. But it says here, yes, rollers, let there be magic. Woo. This year, the whole autumn. So what is autumn? So winter is end of October, isn't it, when the clocks change? So that, for me, in the UK, that's around about the 26th of October. Yeah, I don't know how many. Yeah, so anyway, guys, if you can just pop a post below and let us know how many days we've got left in this season. Because autumn is got to be soon. I mean, obviously August is getting close. So is it end of August or beginning of August? I can't remember. But it's going to go from that point until essentially the end of October. Because that is essentially, for me, when winter starts. That is when the clocks change. So that is going to be the 26th of October. It probably could go through to Halloween. They might say Halloween, like do a Halloween special and say that's the start of the winter or something like that. I'm not sure. But anyway, it's basically going to go all the way through autumn. And will be dedicated to Magic Carnival Amazing Show. A bunch of fantastic events, including gaming ones. In brackets, get ready to fill your progression bar. So that is going to be just like the Midsummer. That's going to be like the Midsummer event we had this season, where obviously you could play the games for X amount percentage on your bar. You could exchange RLT for X amount percentage on your bar. You also obviously had that times boost, so you could take it up to times 1, times 2, times 3 boost on whatever you were doing, whether it was playing games or whatever. I'm guessing that is going to be exactly the same one. You're going to have magic themed miners, art contest, which I think is not running soon. We will be waiting for you to make this season even more exciting, and all of this along with the marketplace and merge update will be released at the start of season 6. Okay, so that's just answered the question I had with what is a major update, because they said it's going to be the major update. So the major update is the merge update, which is then obviously releases the marketplace, and that is happening at the beginning of season 6. So this is something that is going to happen in the next few weeks, I'm guessing, because like I say, I think mid to end of August is when autumn is going to be coming, I'm guessing. I mean, it could be September, beginning of September, because that would still give still 6 weeks or something like that, 6 or 7 weeks, possibly 8 weeks, depending how far they're going through October. But yeah, so that's it. We're waiting for season 6, guys. That is when the marketplace is coming, and that is when I am going to be doing my live stream. So make sure you stay glued to my channel for any updates on that live stream. If you're not already, make sure that you click the notification button so you get all notified for all my updates, as well as the community section. If you don't want to get the notifications, just keep checking that community section, because that is where I post any sort of quick information that you guys need to know, whether it be the metas for Townstar, whether it be quick updates for the various different programs. I always put it in the community section. So obviously you can stipulate to get notifications for that, but if you don't want to, just keep checking in there for that as well. Okay, so just as a final thing before we go, we're going to do a quick withdrawal. So we've got 262,000 BTC. So we're going to drop in here. We're going to click on Bitcoin. We're going to go into withdraw. We're going to put our wallet address in. We're going to click confirm. We're going to put 262, and then we're just going to click confirm. So obviously, for those of you that don't know, basically you're going to get an email sent to the email that you signed up to Rollercoin for, and you've only got 30 minutes to go and click on the confirmation link. So let's quickly go and do that. Okay, so this is what your confirmation email is going to look like. So all you got to do is click on the confirm withdrawal. Now, I do advise that you are already logged into your Rollercoin account when you do this, because if you're not, it can sometimes throw a bit of a wobbly, and then you have to go through the whole process again. Because by clicking on confirm withdrawal, what it will do is simply open up a new window with your account in it. So if we do that, you'll see. So here you go. Look, so it's opened up. It gives me the confirmation request saying it's going to be done in 1 to 3 days, and then all you got to do is then close the original window and then continue using Rollercoin as you would normally do so. And then, like I say, in 1 to 3 days, that will be in your account. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. I hope you found it informative and useful. And if you can smash that like button, it really supports my channel, which then helps me bring more content to you. So take care, have a great rest of your week, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.